Yogi Ramsuratkumar ki
Jai.
Sarvam Yogi Ramsuratkumar Ashram. Once again, with deep, deep gratitude, I salute Bhagwan's lotus feet for giving this opportunity to be able to sing his name with so many people right in his powerful shrine. The mind could find 100 reasons to get busy with other things, to be able to drop them and rush to take his name is difficult. And it's special grace from Bhagwan that we are able to do so. Now today, before we submit our prayers, we shall once again shift to Sanadi Street House in 1979-80 period, when so many Tapovanam devotees used to visit Bhagwan regularly, and there would be devotees from Chennai, Madurai, and other places in the far south. Agaram Sri Jayaraman has written quite a long diary, from which I have been talking about Bhagwan's teachings. Bhagwan had talked so much in those days. All that I have been telling you about is from his diary. There is one diary by Sri Sukavanam. There is another diary by Agaram Jayaraman. And there is one by Sri Vishwanathji from Agaram. And of course, Sri Sadhu Ragaraja. And a few others. Each one had kept a few pages of diary. And today we shall see that Sri Jayaraman was already there, sitting with Bhagwan in the afternoon around 1:45. And then a family had come. One Mr. Venkatesan and his family. Bhagwan allowed them inside, and they were prostrating before Bhagwan one after the other, and Bhagwan gave them that penetrating, sharp look, which always moved swiftly from one person to the other. It's a look that we would not be able to meet for a long time, a fraction of a second or 1 minute at the most. After that, somehow, something, the sharpness in his look, something would happen to us and we would be unable to meet it any longer. Now after that, Bhagwan asked Sri Venkatesan if he knew Sanskrit. He said yes, yes Swami. Then Bhagwan asked him, what is the meaning of Nirvana? Sri Venkatesan said, it is the highest state of bliss. And then his son was there. He said, no, our textbook gives this definition. And then because there was probably a lesson on Buddha in his textbook, where they would be talking about his teachings also, the eightfold path of dharma. And then the boy said, here in our text, it is Nirvana is right thinking and right action. And he said there is this eightfold path which would take us to the ultimate truth. Bhagwan immediately caught hold of him. Oh, you say Nirvana is right action? What do you think is right action? He asked. Then the boy replied, living a good life, doing good to others, not harming anybody, not killing anything or anyone is good conduct. The right action, he said. And again, Bhagwan smiled and said, oh, not killing anything, not killing anybody, always doing good to others. Now suppose you find yourself in a room with a poisonous snake. Would you like to kill it or leave it there? What would you do? Then the boy folded his hands and said, Swamiji, I would pray to you to help me in that situation. Then Bhagwan smiled. And then he went on to say, you see in the Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna had to face, there was a cruel war. Now all those people in the enemy camp were his relatives, and some of them were very respectable. He loved them, he respected them. He had moved with them very closely. So when he asked Shri Krishna to take the chariot right in the middle, and when he had a look at all those people, his mind became unsettled. He was confused. How could I kill these people? Killing these people is adharma. And just for the sake of a throne, I have to kill all these loved ones? What is the point? And then Bhagwan, Krishna, said, Arjuna, this is not the right attitude. You are a Kshatriya. Your dharma is to fight the enemies in order to uphold dharma in the world. People who indulge in adharmic ways, you have to fight them to uphold dharma. That is your duty. That is your tapas. Finding excuse is only weakness. Be strong. So he gave the motivation. He asked Arjuna to fight and kill. In fact, there is another saying, in another place, Krishna says, I have already killed these people in their subtle forms. All you have to do is throw the arrow and take the name for it. Nimitta matram bhava. He says, you just be a tool in my hand. You take the name. I have already killed these people. All you have to do is throw your arrow and take the name for your valor. They could easily be killed because I have already done it. I have removed the essence of their life. So here we find Krishna advising Arjuna to fight and kill. And then Bhagavan went on to say that, there's another, recently we saw on 2nd October, when Mahatma Gandhiji went to meet Ganeshpuri Sri Nityananda. Sri Nityananda advised him when he saw what was going on, the freedom struggle. He said sometimes Ramanama and sometimes Ramabhana. You have to use them accordingly. Sometimes Ramanama will work and sometimes only Ramabhana will work. So you see, it is dharma against adharma, and there are situations when the dharma would be to fight people who uphold adharma, who indulge in adharmic activities. After explaining this, Bhagavan went on to say he narrated, he recited another sloka which says this. Apuryamanam achala pratishtam samudra mapa pravishanti advat tadvat kamayam pravishanti sarve sa shanti apnoti na kama kami. It is about a person of high wisdom, the one who is established in the highest wisdom, one who is established in the tranquil, blissful state. A Gnani, they call it, a seer of God. Now his steadfast wisdom is likened to the ocean. So Bhagavan quoted this, recited this sloka from Bhagavad Gita and said, he was going on to explain Nirvana, the state of Nirvana. He said, as the waters pour in from different rivers, from all sides into the ocean is not affected by that. The level of the ocean doesn't rise. It keeps itself to its level. In the times of rain, there may be even floods in the rivers, and they may enter the ocean with such force, the floods, but they would not affect the level of the ocean water. Likewise, a Gnani, so many desires or desirable objects may be around him, and these desires may enter his life, but the desirer of the desires will not be able to enter him. The one who desires these desirable objects will be absent in him. The desires may be there, but the desirer is not there. So a Gnani is not disturbed by those desirable objects that surround him. Just as the waters pour in, and the ocean, the tranquility of the ocean is not disturbed because it is vast and deep. So Gnani has an expansive consciousness. He has become one with the entire creation. So no matter how desirable the objects are, he has found the highest happiness, the highest bliss. He's established in that. His wisdom is steadfast, which will not be disturbed by those desires. The desires may enter, desirable objects may enter his life, but he is not disturbed because there is no desirer. There is no one who would desire these objects. And then Bhagwan added, such is the state of the Gnani who is established in the highest truth, in the highest wisdom, in the highest tranquility, the peace, the bliss. And then he said, this is Nirvana. Nirvana is the highest state of blissful peace, where the highest bliss has been found and the mind is established in that. It's become one, the mind is dissolved in the highest bliss, and there is no one there except the state of bliss and peace. So a Gnani is totally undisturbed by anything that happens around. This is the state of Nirvana. And then he looked at the boy and said, you talked about right action. Now, it's very difficult to attain the state of Nirvana for everyone. In which case, what do you think is the right action? The right action, he himself added, the right action will be to serve somebody who is in the state of Nirvana. For you people, offer your dedicated service to the great masters, your Guru, your God. Do everything with dedication as an offering to your Gurudev, as an offering to a great master who is established in the state of bliss and peace. And if your master is not in the form, if he is not physically present, know that this great master has become one with the ultimate God, is all-pervasive, all-knowing, all-powerful. He is everywhere, he is in everyone. And so whatever service that you do to others, even the service to yourself, do it in the spirit of service to God, service to your Guru, service to the great masters. So with this attitude of service to your Gurudev, great master, if you go about your life, this is the right action that would take you, by the grace of this great master, by the grace of your God, you would be taken to the state of Nirvana. The only way to go to the state of Nirvana, to reach the state of Nirvana, is to serve. Serve with love and dedication. You have to serve the Guru, the great master, the way he would like to be served, to his satisfaction. That's very important. Whatever work he gives you, whatever, if he is not physically present, whatever life brings to you, think that it is from your Guru. Think that it is from your God. And that's why it's coming to you. And then go about it in the spirit of service to the Guru. Even giving a cup of water to somebody, someone who is thirsty, do it with a smile, with love, and do it in the spirit of service to your master. Your master is present in him. Yesterday or day before yesterday, we saw Bhagwan Yogi Ramsuratkumar telling the devotees around that this beggar is in everyone, this beggar is in every creature. So the great master who has become one with God, one with the entire creation, is in everyone. So when you serve somebody, you are serving your master in that person. Even when you serve yourself, you are serving your God, your master, your guru in yourself. So every little thing, right from waking up, right from eating, every little work, every big work that you do in your everyday life, do it in the spirit of service to your Gurudev, a great master who has become one with the entire creation, one with God, who is in the highest state of blissful wisdom. And then by his grace, you too will get Nirvana, liberation. Liberation from what? Liberation from the individual self. Liberation from the cruel clutches of ego, the tyranny of ego. Liberation from selfishness. This is Nirvana. Once the selfishness is uprooted, what remains is only blissful peace. So Yogiji ended his talk with us, once again emphasizing, stressing upon the importance of service in everyday life. Let us now appeal to his boundless generosity, his compassion, and submit our prayers for the day. Bhagwan, we know that you are the cosmic controller and everything happens by your will